My colleague died at their desk this week. This happened a few days ago. A coworker had a medical emergency at work, collapsed out of their chair and died on the floor in the middle of the workday. While this is distressing and horrific enough to see, what's infuriating for me is that the company barely even stopped the work that was going on. They kept everyone working, with the exception of the immediate people dealing with the emergency, until they absolutely had to move people because EMTs needed to move the person. This person collapsed and died on shift, and my employers treated it like the person was an obstacle to be cleared so that work could continue. I don't work for a tiny company. I work for a fairly large, progressive corporation that acts like it loves its employees. I knew it was an act before this, but seeing this situation really proves to me how little we matter. I had a coworker die on shift and they timed her out on our staffing sheet, so she would stop getting paid once she collapsed. This is giving off some real call center energy. I worked at a small nonprofit once where someone took their life in their car on lunch. Everyone heard it and were told to not go near that part of the building, and if your car is near so-and-so is pulling everyone's car around to new spots. 3 days later, his job was posted. No matter the job, we are all numbers at the end of the day. I'm speechless. I would have just walked out. Your poor coworker. Their poor family. This is just really disgusting to hear. JFC, I'm sorry you had to witness that. Sad AF. And they will have someone new at her desk on Monday. That's why I say fuck these jobs. They are not family, no matter how great they treat you. My sympathies. Corporations are so bloodless. If the NFL, with all its terrible history of putting profits before literally everything, can cancel a game for someone basically dying, then your company can at least give everyone the day off. Jesus Christ, this is America. Expect more of this. The quiet hiring trend is code for demanding even more labor from current staff since turnover is so high and they can't find more people willing to take the work for not enough salary. Clevels know that the stress is killing employees, but their goal is not long-term financial viability for their companies. Rather, they're just trying to extract as much money as possible in the short term because they're spending it all on their bunker retreats. I'm sorry. We had something similar happen at a former company. They offered to let anyone who wanted to leave go home for the day. The following day they brought in grief counselors. The NFL wanted to resume the game. Players said no. Workers do have to stand up against this. This complete lack of empathy by the employer is almost inhuman. How soon was someone assigned to their desk? Sorry you had this happen at your work. Go on stress leave and encourage others to also do so. Look for other jobs while you're out. Hopefully the people who had to get out of the way clocked out or will at least return any unearned pay to their wonderful employer. It's an act. They don't care. They'll then send a dozen cupcakes and make you do the deceased person's work with a veiled threat. If you refuse to do so, if nobody attempted CPR, the company could be held liable for the death. Like if they literally did nothing except call an ambulance. I'd be asking a lot of questions about that. Businesses, large or small, care about nobody that works for them. We're just warm bodies they use until we either die or they decide to discard us. Name the company. Wow. Our receptionist died at work, and they shut the office for the rest of the day, canceled clients the next day, and gave all of us time to go to her funeral. That was why they put wheels on office chairs. Just strap them on. Shove them in the elevator. Let the M's pick them up in the lobby. We got to hit our numbers, people. I'm sorry. That sounds pretty traumatic. Was there any follow-up response? Offers of counseling for those that might want it? If so, I wonder if the responsible supervisor maybe dropped the ball. I could see where someone might freeze up and not think big picture in the moment. From your description, it sounds like the company is big enough to have guidance for situations like this. Once the incident reached upper MGT or HR, someone should step in to help. I was present for similar incident at work and everyone was stunned and in shock in the immediate aftermath. But once a VP was informed, they came to the office, spoke a little, had contact info for counselors, and said anyone who wanted to leave to feel free to. Work stopped and all who remained were just there supporting one another.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.